What up, boys? All right. We're going to chit chat. What? What's up, Mad Nasty? How you doing? How you guys doing? How you doing, Les? How you doing? Daniel, what's up? The faceless one, how you doing? So you guys, I decided to do this in the garage. How you doing, Alex, James, Zach? Do it in the garage, so if you have any questions, I can show you kind of like how I'm doing things. This is just one of those testing, little testers. So I'm gonna try my best to kind of just read what you guys are saying. Let me put this right here so I can sit. No, it's too much. There we go. I'll just do this. What's up, Wild? What's up, D2 chat? Longer rides, it's pretty good. So what he's asking is the FTR. There we go. The FTR, it does really well. You got cruise control and all that stuff. This weekend was good, man. This weekend was good. It was really good. What's up, Mark? Lady Tao, how you doing? Bike's supposed to go for 600-mile first service, but no openings for 2 weeks. Is it bad if I bring it in with 800 plus? Yes. Don't be bringing in, like I talked to my buddy Matt, and try to make it as close as possible. I think 50 miles over is not a big deal. I definitely wouldn't do 800 plus. So I think it's just kind of take a break for a little bit. Pick up my motorcycle tomorrow. It's in the shop because I dropped it and the clutch pedal got bent. That sucks. What's up, Jack? How you doing? Donate me my hair. I just shaved yesterday, so that's why it looks a little low. Boom, we got my suspenders. Love them. New York, or North Carolina, New York? Dang. Follow the recommendation on your owner's manual. Definitely follow the recommendation of your owner's manual. Typically it's about 3,000 to 5,000. You could do it yourself usually. Yeah, 2 week break. That's kind of what I had to do. I took a nice break. I didn't have an opening for like 2 weeks. I was in the same boat, but I don't put like 200 miles in 2 weeks. I'll do like 20 to 50, depending. I use it to go to like the gas station stuff, just something real quick, like an errand. And then if I'm gonna film, I'll record. There we go. Good morning from Oregon, Maine. How you doing? Fuel consumption not too bad. It's about 40 miles per gallon. Typical break-in time for new tires, you're gonna find usually within the first 100 miles, you want to take it nice and easy. So when you get brand new tires, do not accelerate, decelerate, or turn really sharp. Because it's just like treat new tires the first 100 miles like they are like you're riding on gravel or in the rain. Pretty much treat it that way. You can warm up your tires. Once they're warm up after about 10 minutes, even within the first 100 miles, they should be roughly good, but still you don't want to push it within the first 100 miles. Full tank, I get about 130 miles with the way I ride. What do you think it's best to learn how to ride a school parking lot or dirt roads? I would do both. If you have a school parking lot, get your foundation and basics down right there in the parking lot, and then I'd go off road so you can get a good feel of the loss of traction that you're going to possibly get. I would do that. Sacramento and was like 400 miles. Refilled my gas like 5 times. Yeah, roughly what I do is like I'll fill up every 100 miles. Not necessarily if I need it. Like most times you kind of do, but it gives me a nice break. It gives me a good break. And I'll take like a 10-15 minute break after 100 miles. And that way I'm refreshed for the next 100. Nice. Well, that's really fast. That's really fast. I want to thank you so much for helping. No problem, F Dark Hall. No problem, man. That's what I'm here for. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button or share some videos, man. Share some videos. Any tips for a 12 Sportster without a fuel gauge to guess on? Big 4-gallon tank that comes on about 2.5 gallons. How long do I have? What I did with my Sportster is that I did the trip meter. So every time I fill up, I would reset the B portion of the trip meter. And then after a while, every time you fill up, you kind of check and see how many miles you did when the light went on or how you feel. And you kind of get an estimation. So for when I had the 3.3 peanut tank, I would fill up like at 90 miles. And then I knew I had like probably 30 miles left. So that's kind of what I did. Mark Dello Russo. Well, thanks, man. I'm really working hard on that. Mystical Diamond Dash. Can you start on 600 V twin? Yeah, easily, dude. Just ride within your ability, not the bikes. What do Nikki's bike per tank as well? Does it work out together? Yeah, roughly about the same. It's roughly about the same. Vitali, hey man, how you doing? My bike's top speed, I don't know. I've never tested it, but I know some people have gone some crazy speeds on these bikes. These bikes have like a governor on it though. It's I think a speed limiter at 120 miles an hour. I haven't pushed it to that. But you can get a tuner, and I can take that off. Awesome, nobody. That's awesome. Man, remember guys, if you're not a part of it, join the Discord. It's absolutely free. The Discord's absolutely free. Can't wait to go camping, guys. Would you guys like to see a camping vlog and everything? Let me know how everything is when it comes to the accident videos. I got some more coming. I'm testing it out. It's all a test right now. If it does well, it does well. I can scale back. I can add more. It's all good. Brian636, Dank Wheelie. Cool. I need to check them out. I haven't seen them in a while. Let me know how it is, and then I think I might do the vlog style stuff with Nikki on her channel. So, and then we might switch the Nikki's Adventures channel to the family channel, so that we can do some stuff. Like, what would you like? What would you like different, guys? Like, remember like how I had all my videos? I had like the tip videos, like the 5 tips. I had vlog stuff with Nikki, just my own personal vlog stuff. Like, what kind of stuff would you like to see? The thing is, I'd like to maintain, because the channel might turn into something different. Like, I'm thinking motorcycle survival training, because that's pretty much what it is. And then let me fix this. Let me get a better shot. Motorcycle survival training, and then the vlog stuff could be on Nikki's channel. I think that'd be kind of cool. Grommy Bear is entertaining as well. Your younger groups, Yummer guy. I can't even see. There we go. Cause I'm using the phone. Younger guys group ride with my, okay. So yeah, so the thing is, I want to keep it more motorcycle safety. So the ride along ones I could easily do. Yeah, I do my own maintenance. So for the first 500 mile service, like the first service of your bike, I just take it in. I let them do it. So I did mine and hers. At the things, but the next oil change and stuff I'm gonna do myself, and I'll do all the inspection, chain maintenance, all that stuff. Yeah, Steve. So it was all a good mix. So I mean, like, I want to add some more of that stuff in, but the channel tends to die. If you do a variety channel, they grow really slow. So if you do like a niche channel where my main thing is keeping people safe. So like that's the goal, is to keep people safe. And how do I do that best? And these accident videos, they're doing really well. So and people are saying they're learning a lot. So it's not necessarily like if the comments that I was getting was like, hey, these are really fun to watch, you know, and like all I hear about is the entertainment part. It's like I don't want to do the entertainment part. I want it to be educational. So I'm working on the educational stuff. This weekend, I'm going to be teaching a class at the Writers on MTC with Steve. And there's a few things that I would like to do, but I want to make sure all the videos I do are educational on this channel, then all the vlogging and having fun and just like entertainment part on a different channel. So that's kind of what I want to do. Do a house giveaway? Yeah, okay. Senor John Kramer, San Felipe, Baja California. Awesome, dude. My wife probably helped out with that. So maintenance videos. So let's go over here. Let's do this. Let's rotate. Let's put you down. So what I did, so this is dog food. 1 second. So I got lifts and everything. So you want me to show you guys how to like do the lift? I also got one that I recently just purchased. So I'll be doing a different style lift. I'm planning on doing all that stuff. I definitely want to, I'm going to be doing a gear series with Get Lowered Cycles. So that is something that I'll be doing, a gear series. So I think that'd be really good. That one I can mix up. So like gear and then keeping people alive is the main goal. So, or not gear, but keeping people alive is the main goal, and gear is a part of it. So little videos here and there that talk about parts of how to keep people safe and alive is what I'll probably work with. Let's see. Himski, my girlfriend is nervous about turning. She's getting a Ninja 250, but learning the basics on your SV650S. Pushing her around with some with it off mostly, but we would watch your videos daily, keep up. Okay, so if she's nervous about turning, slow speed, high speed, all that stuff, the main thing you just have to really realize is the balance of the bike, okay? So the balance of the bike for slow speed, you got to counterbalance it. For the higher speed, you have to keep the bike upright as much as you can and use body position to lean off. Just remember, look where you want to go. And the SV650 might be a little heavy for her. I see that you want to put her on a 250. Honestly, the best bet, like here's the thing, is like I took Nikki to the parking lot and I had her practice on my bike, and then it was just too much, and then we took her to the class, and it just seems like she learned there. So different people, they learn different ways. So I would just take her to a class and then have her do the class. Maybe even take the class with her. That's what I did with Nikki, and it helped her out. Especially if you want to, have her ride with you. Bought yourself a full face, which you can open as well. Also have my final test to get my license up here on Friday. Good luck. And you got a nice modular helmet, dude. Modular helmets are awesome. Jonah's home. Are you a firefighter or fireman all full time? No, I do this full time now. I was a firefighter for 10.5 years. What's up, Quakers? Small Ducati Scrambler, 62, 400cc. I think it'd be kind of cool, but you spend a lot on that. I think if I was gonna get a Scrambler, I'd get the bigger one. If I was gonna get a 400, I'd just get a straight up dual sport bike. That's what I would do, just straight up dual sport bike. Ducati Scramblers are my favorite. My favorite Ducati Scrambler is the Desert Sled. Let's see. Brian, aka Gator, accent vids have been great. I'm a new rider and owner since Thursday. Evaded. Was prepared for 2 cars pulling out in front of me on a country road. Thank you. Big boost in confidence. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. That's what I'm really trying to push, is that if you don't see the hazard, you can crash. You're playing a game of chance, and I want to remove as much game of chance as possible. And I think a lot of it has to do with my own anxieties. I'm like hyper aware. That's one of the things with anxieties. You're hyper aware and hyper vigilant, and I think that's what's kept me safe on the motorcycle. And I really want to impart that on you guys, is that you have to be hyper aware on the motorcycle. Zone in, do not zone out. And if you zone out, make sure you are 100% focused on the ride. Zoning out as in like, hey, I'm zoning out and just like, oh no, everything's fine, you know, just kind of enjoying the music, but you're still focused with your eyes on the mind or on the road and stuff, and you'll find hazards. There's just a lot of cool things. I'm working on some cool things coming up. My big concern is higher speeds and corners and leaning. I know that I'm not leaning as much as I could and should. Just don't trust the grip. Ninja 636. Yeah, so you have to start trusting your tires. If you're doing a T-clocks and you're checking your tires and the pressure and all that stuff, make sure you do that. Also, guys, did you know that if you check the tire pressure, it's not, the tire pressure is not on the side of the tire. Okay, so the side of the tire is the recommended max load pressure. So on your bike, I don't know where it might be. Let me see if I can take this off. 1 second. So on your bike, I don't know where it's gonna be. On mine, you find it where your VIN is and everything. So right here, it's gonna show, and I'm not zooming in because I don't want you guys to know all that stuff, but it's gonna tell you the PSI. So let me go right here. So it says, where's that? Oh, but it's definitely on there. That's how you're gonna get it. I can't see because it's dark. But that's how you're gonna know your pressure. So make sure you guys are checking your tire pressure and making sure everything's fine, because if it's not, then you're not gonna trust your tires. On top of that, the body just does not want to lean. The body does not want to lean past 20 degrees. So you're gonna have to figure out and train that way. You're really have to train. Awesome, Himski. I've got my wife doing the CBT over here in England. She'll be ready. She will be able to ride up to 125 cc for 2 years until completing full test. That's fun. 125s are fun. 125s are fun. Went out on a mean streak yesterday after watching your videos. I was more aware of hazards. Thanks to you. That's all I want. You know, I just want you guys to like see kind of what I see, and then if you see what I see, adding in with what your own experiences are, that's two people, that's two heads, it's two minds, and that's what I want you guys to do. You know, you guys are probably seeing more stuff than I see now because you saw what I saw and you're seeing what you see. I don't get to see what you guys see. I've been doing this for years. Like I didn't realize how hyper aware I've been for so long, but I've been doing it for years and years and years so that I can zone out and I still see hazards. And before you know it, just like you said, it's a habit. Once you develop that habit, you just keep feeding the habit. Every time you ride, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a little bit, and then it takes over, and you don't have to force it. That's so awesome. Have you been in California wildfire? My cousins in Northern California said some are popping up this time of year. So yeah, fire season's pretty crazy. I had the opportunities to go fight fires in California, but I decided not to. Yeah, tires have air in them. Check tire pressure. I would do a quick. I do a weekly check. I would do a weekly check unless it feels a little weird. If it feels a little weird, I like to use that as one of my things to rule out. If it feels like your tires are like spongy, like if you're riding and it feels spongy, like your suspension feels spongy, check your tires first. Your tires might be low, but I would check it at minimum once a week, and then just I would look at it. I keep a one sec. I took it out of my bike. I keep like a smaller one. I keep a smaller, just a sport gauge from Slime. I keep a smaller one that goes on a keychain in my saddlebag, and I'll just walk up to my bike and I'll just check it real quick. I'll just check it real quick. It doesn't take very long. Yeah, I'm using Wi-Fi. Bramson riding. I've had coyotes run in front of me. Didn't hit them though. That'd suck if you hit a cow. Does air buffeting make you feel like your eyeballs are rattling? Yes. Air buffeting sucks. So one thing that I would do, and this is why I'm in the garage, so I can show you guys. So I got my helmet. Riding, if it's buffeting like this, if it's hitting me, I just tilt my head down just a little bit, so then it kind of goes over. Okay, so if you have it straight, it's going to hit you. But have your head down just a little bit, you can still see, and it'll go over your head. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button, boys. Other essential things that riders should have. So in my saddle bag, I've got a first aid trauma kit. I have just a torn piece of shirt, and it's a rag just in case I have to wipe up anything. And then I got a multi-tool. I got a little multi-tool. At minimum, have something like this. That way you can take care of stuff. Yeah, I don't inject slime in my tires. I don't. I don't know. F-Dark called you tires lose pressure faster when you only ride on weekends. I don't think so. But if you only ride on weekends, check your tire pressure before the first ride that weekend. I don't have a lighter. Almost smoked a deer last night. Like, really? It was a loud-ass bike screaming high rev with Yoshimura exhaust. Maybe I should add some deer whistles to the bike. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. If that works, it works. It's not stupid if it works. Wish I could chat with you guys. It's like I can't chat in the thing. The Wi-Fi connection's getting poor. The Bell SRT helmet, I like the SRT helmet. It's comfy. It's very comfy. The Bell SRT helmet's very comfy. I love it. I'm going to be doing a review on that. That is probably going to be one of my favorite beginner helmets. I just put it on Wi-Fi. I guess my Wi-Fi wasn't on. I just put Wi-Fi on. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, I'll be doing a review on it. I'm going to look at some, what are they called? Icon gloves. And then a new jacket, new pants, new boots, and all that stuff. I'm going to try to come up with like the perfect beginner gear of like 2019. Turbo on your ride. Have you considered getting a sport bike or a naked bike? I'm loving my GSXS 750. No, I mean my bike's kind of a naked bike. My bike's kind of a naked bike. Don't know exactly what to call it, but I absolutely love it. Nikki's got the cruiser in the back. What is the reasonable speed, overrated speed, acceptable? 5-10 miles an hour per hour. So Kevin, like I'll do 5 over. I'll do 5 over. That way if I have to slow down, I'm not like having to slow down 20 plus or 10 plus. You had your first low collab. How you doing, man? You had your first low side? What happened? I have a noisy cruiser motorcycle. Do you have any suggestion of Bluetooth and helmet speakers to protect my ears and play a little music? So with mine, I use the SHEA, or not SHEA, but the Cardo Pack Talk Slim, and it comes with a 3.5 millimeter jack. And what you can do is they come with speakers that use the 3.5 millimeter jack, and you put the speakers in. But I don't. I use headphones. I put in bullet headphones, like some cheap Sony ones that sit in my ear. I'll plug it in, and so that kind of when there's no music or anything, it just blocks out a lot of noise. But when I want to play music, or if somebody's calling me, I can talk to them if I have to. I don't have to pull over and then call them back, you know. I don't have to do any of that. I could just do that. So I would use the Cardo Pack Talk. Great Bluetooth system. What bike protection do you use for the Revel, and how much did you get it for? So Eric, let's go. I gotta get that dog food out. 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Let me get the light on for you. There we go. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but what I have is an engine guard. So we have an engine guard here, and then we have an exhaust slider right here. Okay, so this is an exhaust slider. So we got an exhaust slider right here, and then we got the Vance and Hines high output 2-to-1, but it's not out yet, so that's it. But yeah, we got And this was about like 80 bucks, and this was about 120. You can find better stuff online. It's like my mic. Helmet styles, internal visor, flip face, sun shield. Mine doesn't have that. Mine doesn't have that. D money, no you don't. Do you seriously do 100 miles over speed limit? That sounds dumb. What brand razors do you use to shave your head? Looking, thanks Mike. I use Dollar Shave Club. I've been Dollar Shave Club when I was working, and it would give me razors for the face, so I just started using it for that. Kevin, thanks man. Hey guys, if you like the stuff I put, make sure you guys are sharing the videos. Share your favorite one, and seriously, that helps out way more than like, I don't know. It just helps out so much. If you want to help out monetarily, there's Patreon and YouTube membership. So if you become a YouTube member, that would really help out too. Thanks, Mike. There's a roundabout at low speed, but must have been something in the road that was slippery and I lost traction. I'm totally fine, no damaged gears. Good. Hopefully you figured out what was the problem and you're going to fix it. Remember, that's the thing. Guys, when it comes to anything, when it comes to something that happened that was good, like if you just had a great day, think to yourself, what went right? What went wrong? How can I learn from this? Now, we talk in the videos like how do we prevent the accident for us because we know they crashed. But you know, when you guys go ride, you know, and a car comes out and a car is just like it does a little bit, and it's not a near miss. It just started. It like opened up the view, went past the stop sign, and kind of just scared you a little bit. I guess gave you a little bit of a pucker factor, something that you noticed. Think to yourself, how did that scare me? Why did that scare me? What can I do to prevent like a panic? Because if you get scared, you're gonna panic. So what can I do with that? And then, what went right? I bet like for you, it'd be like, I was going the speed limit the whole time. I made sure that the sun wasn't in my face. I used my indication, all that stuff. What went wrong? I low-sided in a roundabout. Why? And then that's what I want you guys to start doing. And you're going to get better, guys. You're going to get better and better and better. And if there's days where it's just all good, no bad, perfect. If there's a day where it's just like really shit and it's bad, that's fine too, because now you're going to learn from that also. So that's what I want you guys to start doing. And you're going to be so good. You're going to be so good at riding. So let me scroll up just a little bit. Let's see. Have you ever heard of the Sharp helmet program? Yes. They do really good stuff. I want to say that is in Australia, or is that the UK? Awesome, Andrew. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, Andrew Miles. So engine guards. These are engine guards. So if she falls over, see like from the side. So right here. So if she falls and drops it, it's going to hit this. So I'm new to this motorcycle stuff, coming from a dirt background, got my permit yesterday. What products, accessories would you recommend to put on my Grom besides axle slider? So I'd put straight up like all protection. See if you can find like a stunt cage for that thing, because if you drop it with that stunt cage, you're not going to care. Vance and Hines just came out with the new exhaust for that. So, I mean, I guess if you want to play around with that. But I wouldn't dump too much money into that Grom unless it's for fun. I think the Grom is meant for fun, so I would just get stuff that would make it more fun, like a stunt cage. Even if you don't stunt, if you're out having fun and you're doing some crazy stuff, you say you come from a dirt background, you could definitely put knobbies on that thing and go crazy. And if you drop it with the stunt cage, it's not a big deal. So I would just have fun with that. I would definitely just have fun with that thing. What gear is best to wear for washing my motorcycle? Like clothes, dude? I don't know. Definitely look up the 2-bucket method for washing a motorcycle. That will get you where you need to go. I went with the Pro Taper Rally Pecs for FTR 1200. I wanted a better foot perch. Dude, I want those, but I really want to get some aftermarket ones because they're expensive, dude. They're expensive, but I had Burley Brand MX pegs on my Sportster and I loved them, and I really want to get the Rally ones. It's just, they're expensive. And I can't justify that cost right now because I really want to get the van. I don't know. I'm between a van and a truck again. We'll see. Van and a truck. I think the truck would be more beneficial, but the van, man, the van would be so cool. But Guys, yeah. So if you want to help support the channel and get me to get that van and travel the country and do a USA tour, let's get to 500 patrons again. Join up on patreon.com/DanTheFireman. Support the channel. I've never used the transition seal just because they're really expensive. A lot of them are people swear by them though. What went right? I rode the bike and didn't crash. What went wrong? I wound up at work. Jack, you're funny. That's true though. That's true. I went home and checked out the bike, no frame damage or anything, so I actually took it out for a ride again and ended the clutch lever got broken off and some scratches. Good, good. Sometimes that's all it is. Sometimes that's all it is. Bikes are really robust. I guess Nikki is talking about the Scout. Is she feeling the need to move on from the Rebel so soon? It really seems perfect for the Rebel, I mean. So Sean, that is just the fact that she loves the look and the feel of it. Has nothing to do with her riding skill. So she definitely knows that she's not ready for it. She's just talking. It's like her dream bike. So that'd be like me riding it like this bike and be like, man, the FTR, the FTR, the FTR. You know what I mean? That's all that is. That's all that is. I would love to have her to have it because then I can go ride it. You know what I mean? Just learned biking, having a hard time doing offset cone weaving. Any tips? Dance with the bike, sales, KBS, dance with it. So you get it. Here, let's go over here. Let's go over here. So I have a video on the offset cone weave on ddfmcrew.com, so that will help you out. So check out ddfmcrew.com. That'll help you out with the offset cone weave. But while you're riding, let's say we're gonna do the offset cone weave, right? So while you're riding, start dancing with the bike. Start doing this. So turn the handlebars, turn the handlebars, turn the handlebars. You're literally dancing with the bike, okay? You need to point the bike where you want to go. So you really just want to dance with it, okay? Push the bike where you want to go. Treat it like it is. It's slow speed, so you're not going to have massive issues. It's going to be slow speed, so you're not going to have massive issues with how you're moving the bike. You're not going to fall down and stuff like that unless you just full lock the handlebars and then just like throw the bike down. With the offset weave, you really just dance with it. So check out ddfmcrew.com. I do have a video on this. It's called the slalom. It's the same thing, and you're gonna really like it. Prescott Valley, if you're ever in my hood, let me know. Awesome, dude. Some good rides up there, I bet. Some real good rides up there. Dude, Stacks, I love the Honda Monkey. I love the Honda Monkey. I love it. At Gat, that's right. Gavin Nipper, what is good riding gear? Anything that has armor inserts, armor already in it. You really ride within your the season. So if you get like winter gear for when you ride in the summer, you're not gonna like it. I got all mesh gear. So I got all mesh gear. So you're gonna have, you know, the openings on the inside to allow airflow, but then on the outside. So here's the openings on the inside for airflow, but on the outside, the white part and that, it's abrasion resistant and armor. So that is kind of what you want to look for. So if you're riding in the summertime, get mesh gear. If you're riding in the wintertime, get something with more thermal lining. It's as simple as that. Helmets can pretty much are year round. I mean, you get ones that are like more vents for the summertime, but I mean, I don't know. Seat beads. Took a $12 chance and got some. It's a life changer in the heat. Seat beads, huh? 20% off? Yeah, I'll have to get like 50% off before I buy that. I think they're just overpriced. I don't have a picture of the stunt cage, but I know a lot of Groms have stunt cages. And if you literally just look up Honda Grom stunt cage, you're going to find it easily. Cup holder. I would just pull over and smoke, dude. It'd be too unsafe. Different bike. Good luck, Clab. No stepping on the toes, Paul. Exactly. So seriously, you're just like pushing the bike and dancing with the bike. And you'll realize, oh, the balance is there. So like when I push the bike down this way, I lean this way. Boom, boom. That's what you're doing. You're just kind of leaning over to the opposite side, pushing the bike the other way, and you're dancing with the bike. And if you want to make it smooth, you're just doing this. So that's why I call it dancing. You want to dance with the bike. Yeah, Sean, yeah. The UK makes it hard for people to go get their dream bike. If they really want it, they got to go through all the process. So if you're in the UK, if your dream bike is a 125cc, you're good. Short rider can't flat foot my bike is lowering it a bad idea. It can mess up the way the suspension and everything works, but it can be done. There's definitely seats out there that will lower it a couple inches. There's, links for suspension that will lower it. You really want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. I would go to a dealer and ask them. Why does the handlebars on a bike get harder to turn at higher speeds versus low speeds? So that's the whole gyroscopic forces that your bike does. So when you're at higher speeds, the tires are moving. It's going to try to keep it in line and straight. When you try to move it, it's that whole gyroscopic force. So if you get like a top, so if you like on a top, so you're spinning it and you barely spin, like at the end when it's about to fall down, it's easy. It's like wobbly, right? But when it's at full speed, it's like locked in. That's the gyroscopic forces keeping it up. Same thing with your tires. She sits on them because she's there's chest armor, there's back armor, leg armor, like upper extremity, there's none. They did the research, and most impacts are on the hips, knees, back, elbows, shoulders, so that's why they have armor in there. Oh, James, that sucks. Let's see. Yeah, mad they are. We had a guy get killed the other night. We was hit from behind. What's the best way to combat this issue? So right here. Okay, so we have a car. So this is a stoplight. We're at a stoplight. This car, it's at a stoplight. My bike, what I will do, I'm gonna go over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stage like where I would normally would be. So I'm riding and I stage right here. Okay, not right here. Don't do this. Do not stage right here. Stage right here, off to the side, like I'm about the lane filter, okay? Just like I'm about the lane filter, that's where I'm gonna stage my body. Because if somebody behind me wasn't paying attention, they're gonna smack this car. They're not gonna smack me. So stage off to the side like you're gonna lane filter. Don't lane filter if you can, if it's not legal for you to lane filter. I just stage off to the side like I'm gonna lane filter. And if somebody takes my spot, I'm fine with that. And then if a cop says anything, I'm gonna be like, hey, I got it on camera. This dude pulled in. I just staged myself for safety, and that's the thing. So stage yourself off to the side. Yeah, 60 miles per hour is scary for a stager. Beginner. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't hold the clutch in. So I'd rather stage myself in a position to where I won't get hit, and I don't have to do anything. That right there is the thing. It's like everyone keeps thinking, well, I have to do something. I have to do something. How about you just put yourself in a position where you don't have to do anything? So I'll stage off to the side. And that way I don't have to hold in the clutch. I don't have to do all that stuff. And I would stage off to the side. D-Money, I wouldn't be... Okay. But yeah, I'd stage off to the side. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Kawi Katana, how you doing? How you doing? How are you doing? So I got suspenders. You guys are probably wondering why I have suspenders. I prefer suspenders over belts. That's just kind of what it is. I prefer suspenders over belts. Yeah, D-Money, I wouldn't be doing that, dude. I would not be doing that. Yeah, but if you're going 114, I think let's not troll. Let's not do any of that stuff. Let's not tell people that's what we do when we don't really do it. Even if you do it, I wouldn't say this is a safety channel. No, there's no reason to go 114. How bad is it to use the throttle with the clutch pulled in for the bike? I wouldn't do it too much. That's people doing the whole rev bomb thing. Wouldn't do it. Doesn't offer anything at all, and your bike needs a load on it. It's like pulling the chainsaw and not having it cut anything. You're just revving it. It's going to damage all the bearings, all that stuff. So I'd watch out. I'd watch out. That's right, suspenders. Boom, boom. Because I'm a fireman. Matt Nasty, there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You've been riding for 2 months, never been on the highway, perfectly fine. If you're comfortable on the main roads, do it. One thing I would do if you're gonna be like, hey, I want to get on the highway before you're forced to do it, find a stretch of highway where there's an on-ramp, and then the next exit is like a mile or 3. Okay, so that means you're gonna be riding at highway speeds for about a minute or 2, maybe 3 minutes, and you're off again. There's an opportunity to get off if you don't like it. If at any point you feel uncomfortable while you're riding on the interstate or the highway, stay in the right lane, and then if there's a big enough shoulder, get off on the shoulder, put on your hazards, go 50, 60, and then get off on the next exit. There's nothing wrong with that. Get yourself used to it. Dip your toes in it, and before you know it, it's not a scary thing, and you're not having to worry about it. That's what I would do. Her ridings, the last time she went on was when we did the video. We're gonna probably do it again. No, actually, no, we did it again, and it was not a big deal. So she's doing better. She dipped her toes in it. She was really scared, and she's doing really well. I don't know anybody that throwing lawn trims. I guess I'm just so used to Arizona. There's not very many lawns out here. You can rev bomb one of them, I guess. Yeah, look through the turn, don't target, fixate, and breathe. You'd be surprised how often people hold their breath when they're riding. That's not good. There you go, Techno. As a new cruiser rider, is rev matching important? All 5 gears are below 31 miles per hour, or at least according to the bike's handbook. All 5 gears are below? Probably like one of the easiest things to throw out there. It's not perfect for every bike, is that for every gear is the tens of miles per hour. So first gear, do first gear within the first 10 miles an hour. Second gear, 20 miles an hour. Third gear, 30 miles an hour. Fourth gear, 40 miles an hour. 5, 50, 6, 60 plus. That is going to get you kind of started. And then from there, you can kind of like finesse it and find the exact, RPMs and speed that you need to do. That's how I would do it. All 5 gears are below 31 miles an hour. I don't understand that one. Opinion of possibility of PT firefighter while working FT as a mechanic. Oh, part-time as firefighter working full-time. You could do it. It's usually the other way around. It's usually a full-time firefighter and part-time mechanic. A lot of firefighters have second jobs. You have time for that. The pre-ride checks, if you type in T-clocks, T-C-L-O-C-S, T-C-L-O-C-S, MSF, you'll find a checklist for T-clocks. Tires, C is chassis, so you're checking all the frame and everything. L is lights, so you want to check your lights. O is oil and other fluids, so you're going to do a quick check of the oil. The other C is clutch, so you're going to kind of start it up and then figure if the clutch is working, all the cables, clutch and cables, all that stuff. S, side stand or center stand, but that's typical. You want to check to see if it actually works. How fast can you release the clutch without stalling a bike? You can release it super fast. The only time you're going to stall the bike is if you're going too slow for the gear that you're in. So if you're in first gear and you don't give it any throttle and you're about to start and you just let go of the clutch, just let it go, you're going to stall. You can release it to the friction zone without any throttle, and you can still clutch. You can still stall. So that's kind of a hard question to answer. You have to match the RPMs of the bike with the tire, and that's what happens. Unfortunately for me, when I get my bike as a beginner, my driveway is right off highway. It looks like I'll have to learn fast. Yeah, you might have to. See you later, Kevin. I've just seen your post about lane filtering. Could you add some more info about it? Thanks. The video? I'd have to go over the video again. But the video that you're probably talking about is that the guy was lane filtering, and then a car pulled out and kind of like wanted to get out of the left lane and then tagged him. dude, high speed lane filtering is not good. The guy had a near miss prior to that, and I put that in the video. And you just have to realize that cars are going to move into open spots. So if there's an open spot, there's an opportunity for a car to move in there, so that's a hazard. So if you see that, slow down and assume that he's going to do it, and then if he doesn't, you just keep going. But if you're going too fast, you're going to have a big issue because you're not going to see the cars doing that. Because remember, they're very subtle. It's literally a change of lane. So the car's literally just doing that. Boom, you got hit. It's not like a car turning in front of me. It's literally just boop, boom, I got hit. So lane filtering has issues when it comes to that. Just don't go fast. Just don't go fast. Rev matching, so that's when your bike has like a certain RPM for the gear. You find it, and you can do clutchless shifting. You can do rev matching where it's just smooth. What typically everyone does before they figure all that stuff out is that they're gonna when they shift up or down, they're gonna find the friction zone, marry the throttle, and then shift, and then kind of smooth it out with friction zone. That's perfectly fine. Rev matching is like where you knocked it down out of the park and you're just doing some crazy stuff. And it's fine. If you can rev match, perfect. As a beginner, you're probably not going to rev match right away. I downshift going to a stop. I downshift. If I have to, I'll pull in the clutch and when I stop, I'll downshift. What's up, John? How you doing? How you doing, man? John Atkinson. Land of volunteer fire departments. Yeah. So it's hard to find career fire departments. How do you not ride tents 2-up? I have 6 years experience on my bike, been riding 2-up for about 8 months total, and I can feel I'm 2 tenths. You just don't trust your skills yet, dude. That's what it is. You've been riding for 6 years and you're not tenths. You trust your skills, you trust how you're doing it. You have too much on the mind, so your confidence has been shaken. So ride a little bit slower. Don't ride like you're gonna ride like by yourself. Definitely ride slower, smoother, slower, everything like that. And if you absolutely have to, play around with the bike with her on the back or him on the back, whoever it is. Let them know what's happening and do a little bit of dancing with the bike. Maybe go to a parking lot and practice some of your stuff, practice your emergency braking. Usually when people are lack of confidence with anything, it's okay, I can do enough, hopefully nothing bad happens. And that's not something I want to do. So I'm going to do as much training as I possibly can, so if something does happen, I know how to deal with it. A lot of people kind of live with, hopefully nothing bad happens because I don't know how to stop with a passenger, and that's not good. If that's the case, you need to learn how to stop with a passenger. Do you have any recommendations for the cheapest headset I can get with navigation and music? So a lot of those things, a lot of the top of the line stuff like Sena and Cardo, that means as long as your phone can do it, as long as your phone can have navigation and all that stuff, it'll do it. Google Maps will flow through your headset through your phone. So the cheapest, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I bought an expensive one and it's worth every penny. So when it comes to Bluetooth stuff, you kind of pay for that price and you pay for that premium because you get range, you get all that stuff. A Cardo Freecom is a good one. Freecom, I don't know which one. There's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. You just find the one that works for you. I have a Cardo Pack Talk Slim, and I absolutely love it. I wear Icon 1000 Elsinore boots. Let me go ahead and take it off. I put all my gear on so you guys can ask questions about it too. So Icon 1000 Elsinore boots. You can find them at Get Lord Cycles. Let's see. Funny story. I talked to my parents so much about motorcycles. My mom told me she's kicking me out if I don't stop. Nice. Motorcycles are fun. I just want you guys to stay alive doing it, you know? That is Nikki's bike. That's a Honda Rebel 500. It's my wife's. You want to downshift as much as possible coming to a stop because you're going to be utilizing engine braking. Engine braking is a lot more beneficial than your small little brakes. A lot of people have small, like not very powerful brakes, so engine braking will help out. When you have like Brembo brakes and some really upgraded brakes, they'll handle a lot better. But engine braking is, you definitely want to use that, and that's downshifting before a turn. Appreciated your video on hills. Horgan is nothing but hills. Still practicing, but the techniques advice is solid. Awesome, Brian, aka Gata. So what he's talking about is I have a video on how to start on a hill, and that is on ddfmcrew.com, ddfmcrew.com, and I have 12 plus videos that will help you get started on riding, and one of them is starting on a hill. I plan on remaking some of those with a bigger bike, like this bike, my FTR, because it's a lot harder to flat foot that thing. So I plan on redoing that one. Filtering is common practice in the UK, and we have less space on the roads. Yep. And that's the thing, is like the United States needs to get with it. You know what I mean? Been thinking of getting Insta361X to record my commute. One of my concerns is the quality is good enough to read license plates in motion. It is. Here's the thing. I wouldn't get the 360 for that. I think the best bet would be to get a camera on your face. And if you're going to be doing a camera on your face like I do, make sure you can record. If you're just doing it for security or insurance purposes and stuff, see if you can find one that can record 4K 60 frames per second. It's going to take a lot of stuff, but man, that's some good quality, and 60 frames per second is what you need. If not, do 1080p 60 frames per second or 2.7K 60 frames per second. Insta361X is going to, they shut off after 30 minutes, and you can do 4K 50 frames per second. And yeah, you can definitely get it, but it's the whole spherical, so it's going to be harder to see longer distance. And you're going to want an action camera that's going to be just pointing straight at where you're looking. Is engine braking in the friction zone bad for the clutch? No, no. I'm a beginner rider, and I'm riding by myself to college tomorrow for the first time. I pretty much know the way to get stuck at the street part of the journey. Roundabouts, remembering which exit. And that's fine. If you miss your exit, don't panic and try to get back on the road and make your exit. Just get off on the next exit, take a quick break, and then find out how to get to where you need to go. Whenever you drive like a new vehicle, you pretty much forget how to drive. So going from a car to a motorcycle, you're going to forget because you're so focused on riding and you're so focused on, getting there safely and all that stuff, you forget how to get there. And that happens. That happened to me. Like, I grew up in Yuma my whole life, and I started driving the ambulance, and I forgot how to navigate myself around a town I've grown up for, 20 plus years. And it took me a little bit. It really did. It's because I was so focused on how to drive the ambulance and all that stuff. It's like, how do I get back to the fire station? It's like, dude, you what? And it's like, yeah, I forgot. That's all it is. Honda Shadow 750 is a great bike. Your dad's going to like that, Lucas. Jacob, thanks, man. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. Yeah, Lucas, I'd get this. I'd tell him to get the Shadow. Shadows are great bikes. Helmet cam that is also UK comparable. They sell GoPros there. GoPro Hero 7. Any of the GoPro Hero 7s would be good. If you're not planning on recording audio, Yi 4K is a good camera. Yi 4K, it's cheap too. It's like $120. With so Jacob, I've been ridden a couple times since then, maybe 10-15 miles. How long can I safely go without doing the general chain, oil, tire pressure maintenance? So stick to your, if I were you, if you have a bike, get a service manual for that bike. Okay, the service manual is going to be a lot bigger than the owner's manual. The owner's manual is going to tell you a little bit. The service manual is going to tell you everything about your bike. Way too much information. But if you need to troubleshoot anything, that's going to be the best bet. So with the chain maintenance, I would follow the recommendations for your service manual, owner's manual. Typically, it's after like a really nasty ride, like if it's raining out and you're riding in the rain, you're gonna get a lot of grime and stuff, and do a quick check, and maybe you have to clean it, or clean it every 300 miles roughly. It really goes on. Like if you look at it, like, oh wow, that's getting bad, I need to double check it. Do that. And the service manual is going to tell you how tight it's supposed to be, so the chain tension and all that stuff. Same thing with oil. It's going to tell you what type of oil to put in, when to do it, how to do it, all that stuff. So I would get a service manual. They're a little bit more expensive. My FTR service manual, I just found out they're selling them now. They're $80 for a service manual. But one oil change is going to pay for it. And then now I have all the information for if something happens. You know what I mean? And I can take care of it myself. Tense on the handlebars is what I'm trying to say. My arm constantly goes numb, 2 up. Yeah, you're hyper focused. Really, just don't worry about the rider. Give the rider or the passenger the pre-ride information, like, hey, hold on, hey, don't lean, hey, do this, hey, do. I did a video on how to prepare your passenger, so you might want to check that out. For you, ride with your legs holding the tank and relaxing up front. Okay, the bike is balanced, man. You just have to trust the bike. When you're riding a straight line, next time you're riding a straight line with a passenger, just kind of really loosen up on the handlebars. Maybe take your left hand off and see how stable that thing is. And then you can start relaxing. Kevin Yang, when I bought them, they're about $200, my boots. And I don't know how much they are now because I bought them 30,000 plus miles ago. And I would get them at Get Lowered Cycles, getlowered.com. Yeah, noob. Best gear to have. I would buy helmet and gloves at the same time. I think those two go hand in hand. I think the hands and then protecting your hands and getting that tactile feel to the handlebars with gloves is what you need. You also need a helmet. I would say after gloves and helmet, because you buy those at the same time, they're relatively inexpensive both. You can get a $200 helmet that is insanely protective and like $30, $40, $50 gloves. So $250, you got a helmet and gloves. I think after that, you're gonna need a jacket. Definitely need a jacket because the upper torso can get really messed up. How can you wear your gear when you're not on the bike? Dude, it's hot. Trust me, I'm going to go inside in a couple minutes and take a shower. It's disgusting. Mike said I couldn't buy a motorcycle until I got married, or mine said I couldn't buy it, got married, expecting my would-be wife to prohibit me from buying it. So your girlfriend says you can't get a motorcycle until you're married? That's a red flag, dude. That's a red flag. Never bargain with your partner. Never bargain with your partner. Compromise. Have a discussion. But never bargain. Never be like, well, if you do that, I get this. I think that's a recipe for something bad. The AIM Expo, dude, I would love to. Ty Boomer, I would love to. I have the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, though, at the end of the month. I would love to. Freak, the one thing I would check if you have a crash or a sliding and the bike starts, okay, so let's say the bike starts, what would be my, it's called a contraindication or a critical criteria. Like, what would I be like, crap, I'm not going to ride now. For me, it would be obviously a flat tire. I would not ride with a flat tire. If my handlebars were completely just wonky and broken, the handlebars can be kind of bent, but I'm afraid if the suspension is bent, I wouldn't do it. So the suspension, the front forks, make sure they're good. As long as I have access to the primary controls, so if the throttle is not locking on me, as long as it snaps back, see how it snaps back? Guys, if your throttle does not snap back like that, you need to get that fixed. It snaps back. So I'd make sure it snaps back. I'd make sure I have a front brake. I'd make sure my levers were still good, my clutch lever. If the clutch lever could be completely broken off and I could just use like this much, this whole part could be broken off, as long as I can still actuate it. Same thing with the rear brake and same thing with the shifter. If the shifter broke off, there's a way to fix the shifter, like, just using like my tippy toe to shift, that's fine. If I'm leaking oil, no. Because guys, remember, if you're leaking oil, you're gonna get oil on that rear tire. So if you're leaking fluids, no. Definitely if you're leaking fluids, nope, get it towed. For the most part, after a crash, I'd get it towed. Nice, noob. Awesome. Congrats. Let me scroll down. If you go the way of grocery delivery like Instacart, yeah. So guys, I just wanted to do a 1-hour live stream. Hopefully you guys like this. I did some questions and answers. I got more videos coming out this week. I plan on making a different type of video. I mean, I got the whole accident stuff. I have it all set up for this week. But remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to go ahead and live stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. Or I'm going to try my best. We'll see how it goes. But Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to live stream. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, I'm going to be doing these accident videos. Sundays, I might do a video where I do a recap of all the accident videos with your guys' comments that you guys pointed out. But I just wanted to make sure you guys got some information to ask me. Hopefully I was able to answer it. But guys, remember, join the Discord. Okay, I'm on Discord, and we have a bunch of DDFM crew members that will answer your questions if you have any questions. So remember, Discord. Go into the link in the get out of live chat, all that stuff. Go in the description. It's motorcycleridingtips.com. You click that link. It's going to give you absolutely everything. The DDFM crew website. You can train for free. It's going to give you a link to the Discord to click, and you get invited. All that stuff. So click that link. Make sure you click that link, okay? And share some videos. It helps support the channel, okay? But guys, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. I'll be seeing you around. Hopefully you guys ride safe. All right? Bye.